and thank you for listening to our Creative Sparks podcast. My name is Cam, and with me is Savannah and Jackson. Today, we will be discussing the dangers of smoking and how using tobacco or nicotine products can be bad for your health, your relationships, and your wallet. Uh, yeah, smoking can really cause a bunch of dangers. It has known to affect multiple people, including personal connections that I'm not going to share. But it has affected a bunch of people that I know of, family, friends, family. It's a big issue and it should be stopped. And it also can be dangerous if kids get their hands on it, especially nowadays where people are selling vapes that look like guitars and speakers and like all sorts of objects. Like, there could be like a Minecraft vape, okay, guys? Like, that's not okay. And we don't want kids to be out here like, Mom, can I get the Minecraft vape from Walgreens, please? And then the parents are like, no. And then the kid tries to buy it on their own. But I'm getting a little off topic. So let's move on to our next topic about family history about smoking. So before we start, does anyone have any personal connections with your family and smoking?
Yes, a lot of my family members smoke, and it's like damaging their life and my life.
Okay. Savannah, do you have any connections?
Yeah, my grandmother used to smoke and it actually caused some major health issues for her.
Yeah. Uh, I will share this. I'm not going to be afraid to share this. My grandpa died because of lung cancer and smoking. And my dad still currently smokes to this day. So, I know how it can affect people. So, yeah, if it can also run in your family. Like if someone in say your great grandma is smoking like a pipe in like the 1700s, like that can connect all the way back to now 2025 where if you're watching this and you're under 18 or the legal age of smoking, I think it's 21, and you're smoking, that's bad. You can't do that. That will affect your lungs horribly in the future. So that's horrible. Also, let's move on to the next topic with tobacco being located in schools and stuff. So, you guys want to talk about that? Savannah, you want to read that topic?
There's been some classmates at our school that have been using any sort of vape products or nicotine products, and it's not good for them. Like it could affect them badly in the future.
Yes, I've heard about that. There's been a couple people at our school, which is not okay, that have smoked. And I'm not going to name any names, but in our grade, there is a couple people that do smoke, and it is not okay. So, Jackson, do you know anyone that smokes at our school?
Yes, a bunch of people I know. They usually locate in the bathroom to smoke away from teachers, or they just do it in the hallways, which is really not okay because if people have asthma, which it really could damage their lungs because they can't breathe if they inhale smoke, it could be really dangerous towards them. And in general, it's just not okay to have nicotine products in school.
It's true, and like I said before, we're not going to name names. Thank you, Jackson, for not naming anyone personal. Um, yeah, but schools and smoking has been a problem for a while now in this generation. So hopefully they can put a stop to that. I know there's been a law that's passed, but we're going to talk about that later in the podcast. So let's go on to our next topic and how is tobacco targeted towards kids? Savannah, you want to read, and then Jackson, you'll take over.
Yeah, some packaging, they've made speakers that play music while you vape, or guitar shapes, and it has flavors and everything.
That's true. I forgot to mention that. I did mention about the shaped objects before, but I forgot to mention people are putting flavors. So you could go out to the store and think it's a candy, and it's like blue raspberry explosion or something. I don't know. It's coming off the top of my head here. Like, that could be like a trigger for a kid that wants to get a vape. Like if it's his favorite flavor or something. So that's bad. Jackson, you want to add anything on that topic before we move on?
If you really think about it, they basically.
Before we move on.
If you really think about it, they're basically targeting kids, which they are, because if you think about it, the kids they kind of live longer, so they're gonna be addicted for way longer than adults, and if more likely, kids are gonna be more addicted to flavors, which the adults like would probably go for cigarettes. So they're targeting towards kids because they think they can get them attached while they're younger, so that they'll have like longer clients for like through the years.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, Jackson. Thank you for that. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our next topic, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right, our next topic is gonna be about laws passed to stop kids from using tobacco. So, obviously, how it's always been, you have to be 21 to start smoking, drinking, except for driving. Driving is 16, 17, like 67, 16, 17. And, sorry. And yeah, you have to be 21, but there's a law trying to be passed currently, I believe, that
I think it already has been.
did it pass in our town? It's only in Mass so far, so we have the right for that, so let's go Mass. And it's that if you weren't born, I believe it's 2001. You guys?
If you're
2004. Okay. So in 2004, if you were not born 2004 and before, then you cannot smoke, like for the rest of your life, I believe.
Also, the age for tobacco used to be 18 in a lot of U.S. states, but
Did it?
yeah, they recently changed that so due to like kids smoking and a bunch of other stuff like that.
I didn't know that. That's good to know, Jackson. Thank you for that. So basically, and anyway, it's really bad for you, and you should never pick up a cigarette or a tobacco product. And do you guys want to like talk about anything else?
Yeah, if you pick up a tobacco product or you see it on the ground, leave it there. And if you want to pick it up, at least throw it in the trash and do not use it. I will tell you, it will change your life if you ever use it. But if you throw it away, it will also change your life benefitly. Do not smoke.
Also, if you see one on the ground, you can also just report it to like a trusting adult.
Yeah, also, hypothetical situation, right? Say you're walking down the street with your friends. This weird, fat, bearded man in a blue t-shirt and jeans comes up to you and he's like, I have a vape. And he's like, take a hit. Like, don't do it, because that's very... It's very bad if he's like, smoke, release, and he like blows smoke into your face. You can get like lung damage. What do you guys think the worst thing in school that if they got caught? What do you think the worst punishment could be?
Expelled!
Expulsion.
I think it would probably be
Hey,
suspension.
let Savannah talk. Okay.
Yeah, they'd probably like get expelled or like suspended, and like some people like might even like lose all their friends because like they don't want to talk to them like after they do something stupid like get caught vaping.
Yeah, if you vape, you could lose a bunch of scholarships too.
Yeah. What he said.
Goodbye, everybody.